Hey everybody, here's a question. How will AI improve the energy sector? And as usual, I'm John Harrison from Exponential Radio, and we're chatting the moment all things AI. A very big question relying around and remains around energy. We got a lot of problems with the transition to new energy, renewables. So what's happening is they're looking at using AI, utilizing it to optimize existing infrastructure and also contribute to that transition. So here are some ideas and subjects. Remember, while we chat about these things, it may be possible for you to get involved in some way in these industries, in these niches we're talking about. Maybe an opportunity within AI or within the digital space to get involved. So the first one is to enhance energy management, and under that the main topics are energy data, optimization of generation, optimization of distribution, and optimization of consumption. So you're looking at efficiencies, and obviously through those efficiencies you're going to get cost savings, and these are very, very important to reducing the cost to the end consumer, because as it stands with the rocketing prices in energy and the lack of availability and the non-reliance of the grid, there are a lot of issues as far as the whole economy is concerned. It is energy right from 3 million years ago, 2 million years ago, when we first harnessed fire. Energy is a critical part of humanity, and is a critical part of industry and of business and of life in general. So the problems that we are seeing in energy now, and there's a deep rabbit hole here which I'm not going to go down to, which we got to look at. The next topic we're talking about is predictive maintenance, and obviously AI has the ability to, through data, sensors, and algorithms, etc., and interfaces, to check data as far as maintenance goes. And when you do predictive maintenance, it definitely helps the efficiency. So you're looking to monitor infrastructure, have a predictive maintenance program, but have that relevant to actual areas in need. Proactive repairs, minimizing downtime, obviously very important, and that lowers maintenance costs. Again, all of these are areas that can help reduce costs, and that is the key thing with energy. Look down the line, I presume we will have a situation, how far I'm not sure, where we can reduce energy and it can become more available, readily available, should I say, and also very stable. But we're in a situation now which is very precarious as far as energy goes. The next point I want to bring up is renewable energy integration. So they're going to utilize AI to help integrate into these renewables, because as it stands, we know that renewables are just not reliable enough. They're not potent enough, especially areas like South Africa, where we are geographically. Our industry is heavy mining industry, and these take huge amounts of capacity. So it's definitely not a standalone now, but in conjunction with existing, and it may be that we do go back to nuclear type generation of electricity power plants. They seem to be very cost effective. So we'll just have to see how this all plays out. But there's going to have to be some kind of balance and a bigger time frame. I just think some of the things that have been insisted upon are not practical. So we'll see how that goes. So under renewable energy integration, we're looking at the integration, obviously, of renewables, forecast of fluctuations where we can utilize these renewable energies. And energy storage is a very big one. If we can increase the storage, it will help tremendously with the renewables with regard to cost savings. And they're trying to get that down. If they can get down the storage down, they can get down the actual cost per kilowatt. And that will also contribute to energy flow, obviously. Next, we want to talk about the smart grid optimization. So this is the area where we want to optimize the grid. Smart grids can monitor and control energy flow using this technology, AI within smart grids, dynamically adjust flow. So you're not getting waste. It's similar to cars, where they're getting more and more efficient at how you utilize even with fossil fuels, how the flow is being utilized. Minimization or minimize wastage, hugely important to stop the wastage where massive cost, a massive loss in revenue there, and create a stable flow. We want to next talk about energy demand forecasting. So this is one of the strengths of AI. Obviously, it has that ability to look historically, take data, and look at it in a way that recognize patterns, as well as deep learning, where it can go into basically rapid evolution of ideas. So, analysis of historical consumption patterns, taking things like weather and etc. Because forecast demand a lot can be down to weather and a changing weather and other variables that it can actually help you with, and optimizing generation again capacity with regard to these different patterns. So that forecast demand is also very powerful because it helps with optimization in a big way. Energy efficiency solutions, look, identifying inefficiencies in usage. Obviously, we're looking at some things that are somewhat intrusive and are not too popular, like meters, smart meters, but there are other ways. Real-time feedback to customers and from customers. Energy saving measures, reduction in overall consumption. So, reducing consumption. At the same time, obviously, these energy companies are trying to maximize profit. But if you use AI, you can start to rely on a slightly different business model where you can get, for example, that integration of renewables in there. Grid security and resilience is very important because at the moment we know there's a big threat worldwide. So we're looking at ability to monitor abnormalities within the grid and cyber security. We've already seen in the United States where the grid has been interfered with, and they say through an attack, cyber attack. Risk mitigation and infrastructure resilience, again with the infrastructure itself. So we've looked at maintenance here. Lastly, we're talking about carbon emissions, reduction in emissions by controlled usage, identifying areas of high emissions and seeing why that's happening and how we can improve that. Clean alternatives and transition to sustainable, more sustainability. So those are some of the things we look about when we talk about in energy, some of the areas, some of the key focus areas, and you yourself may be able to get involved in one of those areas where you can get a business going. Anyone can get into these accelerating technologies. Now, when I say that, there's a lot of open AI, there's a lot of ability to get into the digital economy and get a team together, a small team, and you can start at very low costs and you can build and capitalize and scale very rapidly. So these are exciting times. It's just a matter of you're going to have to change the paradigm of the thinking and how you can get involved instead of being threatened by a lot of this. Look, down the line, I can't say, but for now there is an opportunity until the next decade for people to get involved within the digital space. As usual, you can go and get this information from the blog, and more information on past episodes. You go to johnarthurharris.blogspot.com and you can get some more information and see some of the other episodes we've had there. And as usual, till next time, you have a great day.